Hello and welcome. My name is Fiona. I'm a Pilates teacher and a physiotherapist, and I offer both clinic-based and online Pilates classes. So today I'm just going to take you through a short ab and hip sequence. So a little mini exercise class for your core strength and also your hip and glute strength. The purpose of this is to just give you a little bit of a taster of the type of exercises you will find in a Pilates class, and also introduce you to the style of teaching that I use when I teach my Pilates clients. So I hope you enjoy. Key things to remember are to just work safely and at the level that's suitable for your body. So I will offer some base exercises and then layer on more challenging exercises. So always remain at the base level if that's challenging enough for you. And just remember to work safely and in connection with how your body feels. Okay, so we're going to get started. We're going to start on our hands and knees. We're going to just set up with some good posture by checking that shoulders are set over our wrists and that our knees are under our hips. From here, we want to think about drawing up through that abdomen, belly button towards spine, slightly tilting the tailbone down so our lower back is nice and flat and neutral. We want to look down between our hands, allowing our neck to grow long, and imagine that you've got a piece of string pulling the crown of your head towards the wall in front of you. In that position, we should feel nice, long and soft to our spine. I'd like you just to pull your shoulders up towards your ears, take a breath in, and as you breathe out, soften your shoulder blades all the way down towards your hips. That creates good space between our ears and our shoulders and keeps our shoulder muscles soft and relaxed. Just take a little bit of a squeeze between your shoulder blades, pressing them together, and then push into your hands, slightly spreading shoulder blades out and around. Let's do 2 more of those. Squeeze shoulder blades together, chest drops slightly, pull chest up, spread shoulder blades apart. 1 more. Dropping down, squeezing shoulder blades, pressing up. Hold there, just check back into that posture so we've got a nice long spine, tailbone slightly tucked, tummy drawn up towards the spine. We're going to come into our first exercise by pulling our toes up. We're going to press into our hands and our toes. So take a breath in to prepare. Breathe out. Hover your knees up above the mat. And we're going to hold that position for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the knees, release the toes, rock back gently. We're going to do that exercise twice more and hold it for slightly longer each time. So when you're ready, tuck your toes. Take a breath in to prepare, and as you breathe out, hover those knees, and we're holding for 10. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Control those knees back to the mat, release your toes and rock back. Take a nice breath out. Good. Next time we're going to hold for 15. You come out of it sooner than 15 if you need to. Tuck that tailbone, press into your toes and the hands, hover those knees, keep looking down between your hands. Try not to let any tension creep into your shoulders. So soften shoulders away from ears. Keep breathing in and out nice and evenly. And we're holding here for the last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Lower down and again rock back to release. Come back up onto hands and knees. Reach your hand about 1 hand width further forward on each side. This time your wrists are above your shoulders. We are going to tuck our toes, hover those knees up, and then press our body forward,
shoulders over our hands. Here we're in our full high plank position. We're going to again look down between our hands and hold it for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now bend those knees, send your hips back, hover for a moment, lower down and release. We've got 2 more here. The second one will hold a little longer. Tuck those toes, press up and press forward, pushing shoulders over your wrists. Now in this position, we still want to think about tailbone tuck. So we're really drawing up and in through that abdomen, working and strengthening that core. We also want to think about shoulders dropped away from the ears, so we keep nice and relaxed through the shoulder muscles. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend back and lower and release. We've got one more challenge in this exercise. We're going to tuck the toes, hover up, press into our full plank. Hold it there. If we can, we're going to point the left toes, lift that leg up, lower that leg down. Point the right toes, lift up, lower down. Let's work for 5 on the left. Point, lift up, tap the toes off the mat, squeeze the left hip, reach the leg up, back down, reaching up, lowering down. We've got 2 more. Good, tuck those toes, reset your position if you need to. Point the right toes, squeeze the bottom, lift up, tap toes down. Let's go for 4, 3, keeping that control, and last one, up and down, tucking toes. Keep your control as we rock back, lower down, and sink into a stretch. Full breath out. Well done. Come up, cross your legs and shimmy them around to the side as we come down onto our back. Lying down on our back, we want to bring our feet in under our knees and have our hips, knees, and feet all in one line, so our knees are about hip distance apart. We're going to reach your hands behind our head. Let your hands interlace behind your head, take the weight of your head. In this position, we want to draw up with the abdomen. Imagine that you've got a zip and you're zipping that zip up towards your breastbone. That allows our lower back to flatten and connect with the mat and keep our abdomen nice and engaged, where we maximize that core strength. Keeping that feeling of zipping up through the abdomen and the center line, we're going to grow long through the back of our head, gently nod our chin down and curl head, shoulders up, sending forehead towards our knees. Pause at the top and then lower down by uncurling the spine. Take a breath in to get ready, and as you breathe out, you're going to tilt the chin, nod the head forward, curl up through head and shoulders, pause at the top, feeling the connection in that upper abdomen, and then lower yourself down. Good work. Let's repeat. We exhale to curl up with that long curled spine, pause at the top, keeping elbows wide, and then lower ourselves down. Exhale, curl up, pause at the top, inhale to lower. Good, pause there. Let's bring our left leg up to tabletop, right leg comes up to meet it. We can press our knees and our ankles together to gain a bit more stability, and we're going to repeat our curl ups. So chin gently nods forward, hands support the head as we offload and reach those shoulder blades away, forehead towards knees, curl all the way down. Let's do 4 more. Exhale into curl up. Inhale into lower. We want to curl up with a nice long spine as opposed to a compressed spine. When we're at the top, we want to feel that connection and work deep in our abdomen. Good, keep using that breath to help you move nice and slowly and controlled through your movements. Pause there. We're going to do another 5. You can stay in your tabletop position, or you can reach your legs long, reaching toes towards ceiling, straightening those knees. Don't bring your feet too far up because we want our bottom and our hips to stay connected with the mat and the lower back to remain nice and flat. Pressing those knees together to gain our stability, we're going to take a breath in to prepare. Breathe out, chin nods, we curl up, hold, uncurl down. Good. Breathing out to curl up. Get as much height as you can. Keep elbows pulled back, then roll yourself down. Good. Keep reaching toes towards the ceiling to allow those knees to stay tense, engaged, and straight. We've got 2 more. Breathing out, lowering down. Last one, we're going to hold at the top. Reach your hands away with your elbows straight. We're going to pulse those up and down for 20. So we're moving at a fast rhythm with stiff elbows. We're going to go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Bring knees back in. Lower all the way down. And then hug those knees into your chest. Let's just hug those knees around in a semicircle, giving some recovery and release to the abdomen and lower back. Feeling a nice gentle massage to those lower back muscles. Pause here, circle in the opposite direction. Good. From here, we'll do 1 more circle. We're going to lower those legs down one at a time, and we're going to roll onto our side. So rolling over, I want you to prop onto your elbow under shoulder, knees stacked on top of each other. From here, we're going to work really nicely into our waistline. So draw up through your waistline, drawing in towards the abdomen. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to reach that arm overhead, elbows straight, fingers pointed. Inhale to lower. 2 more. Keeping that drawn up towards the waist, so we really work that lower abdomen and oblique line. Reaching arm overhead. Reaching down to lower. 1 more. Up, elbows straight, fingers pointed, and down. Let's progress this on. As we reach up, we're pressing down into our knees, lifting through the hips, all the way up, creating a nice long line on our underside, from shoulder right down to knee. Breath in, breath out to lift and reach. Good. One more here, lifting all the way up. Now, as you lift back, we're going to pause with the hand at shoulder height. Turn palm towards your screen, reach under, coming into a twist. Uncurl, pressing hips forward and pause. Hand overhead, hips lift slightly. Hand back to shoulder height, hips lower, hand reaches under and behind. We start to feel more of a burn down into the hips and the bottom muscles. So we're now connecting those core muscles with our hip stability and our hip control. Reaching over, slight side bend, reaching back, pausing at shoulder height, sending under and back. Let's do one more. Uncurl, pause there, lower your hips with control, lower the hand down. Let's come up into sitting. We'll do a nice little side bend before we move into the other side. So we're going to soften our hand down onto the mat. Sink into the elbow as the opposite side reaches up and across, creating a side stretch. Hold that stretch here for 1, 2, 3. Lower the hand down onto the mat and reach it across, feeling a stretching through the lower back and hip. Opposite hand comes to meet it, and then we come up on the other side and back. Good work. Let's swap those legs over. And we're going to lower down onto this side. So again, we're starting with our elbow under our shoulder. Knees are bent, stacked on top of each other. We're going to use our muscles to draw up to the waist, engaging that side. We're going to take a breath out as you reach that arm over. Breath in to lower down. 2 more. We're focusing on pressing into our forearm, lifting through the waist. Good. Now we're going to press into those knees, down into the mat, allowing us to lift through the hips as we raise that arm over. Lowering all of them together. Exhale to lift up, lifting through the hips, drawing in through the waist. Inhale to lower. Really feel the length on the top side of the body. Notice the connection now, not just in the waist and the core, but down into those hip muscles. Good. This next one, we lift all the way up. We come back just to halfway. Turn the palm forward. Send that palm under the shoulder, twisting through the hips. Uncurl forward. Pause. Reach overhead. Slide. Lift through the waist. Back to shoulder height. Sending the arm under into our twist. Breathing out as we lift up. Breathing in to come back to halfway. Coming under. You're doing well. We're going to finish with 2 more here. Last one. Good. Lower all the way down. Bring those knees up. Let's bring the body into balance by stretching out the same side, opposite side that we've done. So soften into your elbow. Reach up. Reach over to gain length. Holding in here. 1, 2, 3. Reaching forward and down. Sweeping arm across. Feeling the stretch to the lower back and the outside of the hip. Coming over. And then side stretch on the other side as we release out of it. Good. Now to finish, we're going to cross our legs. As we started, we're going to finish with a little bit of spinal stretch and mobility to really keep our spine healthy and soft. Sit nice and tall, both sit bones pressing into the mat. Keep that connection. Tilt the chin down so the neck is long. We've got a really long, straight spine. We're going to stack our hands on top of each other. Grow a little bit taller through your spine. Hold belly button in towards your spine and look over your shoulder. Twisting everything around. Come back to center. Take a breath in and take a breath out to go the opposite way. Good, back to center and repeat. We should feel a nice twist through the spine. Again, we're not overdoing this. We're just cooling the body down, mobilizing that spine gently so we can finish our work nice and relaxed. Good, last one to the side. Come back to center, lowering down and relaxing. Thank you for joining this short little ab and hip burner.